Welcome to the KDFL Fantasy Football Podcast. We're back. I'm Brett Steele, and I'm joined, as always, by Jonathan Detroit Haynes. What's going on, man?
Yo, what up, fellas?
What's going on? Also joining us, as always, Mr. Phil Ruxey. Phil, buddy, how you doing?
Hello, I'm pretty good. How are you?
Wow, Mr. Excitement.
Mr. Electricity
is
back.
Hard out of the gates.
I'm not bringing a yo. You can keep that.
That's copyrighted. All right, so we're back, boys, and this is our draft, fantasy draft preview edition. So obviously the draft takes place this Saturday. I know everybody's pretty excited. We're gonna walk over the order real quick, and some intricacies with this year's draft. Then we're gonna go through revisit last year's draft. I know a lot of the times people criticize drafts or give their opinion on drafts, but they don't go back and see what they were right about, what they were wrong about. And we're going to do that because we are held to a high standard here in the KDFL pod. And then we're going to go through some draft questions for the draft coming up. So obviously, with this being the league that we are competing in, we're not going to go too in depth or at all really with what we're liking, what players we're liking, what strategies we're going to implement. So, kicking off this draft on Saturday, one of our fellow podcast hosts, Mr. Phil Ruxey, picking at number 1, the Nightdale Dragons?
Nightdale Dragons.
Nightdale Dragons, our first relocation team with the KDFL. And then picking number 2, we have the Roxland Renegades. It's Eric Fields. Picking number 3, the Dogtown Dobermans and Keith Reed. Number 4, again, going all Cleveland Browns on us with the first and fourth pick is – no, not the first pick, with the second and fourth pick, 2 picks in the top 4. The Roxland Renegades and Eric Fields as well. Number 5 comes Phil's nemesis, the Marmette Midnight Riders and Mike McGee, councilman. Number 6 comes the Poco Pharmacist and LJ. Number 7 is the Cross Vegas Gamblers and Nick Hudson. Number 8 is yours truly with the Montrose Mega Powers, Brett Steele. Number 9, the other expansion team from last year, the Charleston Methadones and Matt Smith. Number 10, the Bustin' makes an appearance with a trade from Detroit. That would put the Putnam Mountain Mamas at number 10. Number 11, our second appearance by Mr. Phil Ruxey from Tim McCarthy. So the Nightdale Dragons have a second pick in the top 12 and rounded it out with a trade from the Evil Commish, Jonathan Detroit Haynes, and the Elkview River Rats. That's your first round. This draft, I said 5 rounds deep. Don't want to go through every pick. But that's your first round analysis there. Real quick, just some tidbits about the draft. Phil has the most picks of the draft with 9. That's got to be a record, right?
It's probably pretty close, yeah.
That has to be a record for a single draft. That's almost 25% of your team.
Yeah,
it's basically 2 picks around.
Yeah, you're gonna cut some players.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean,
luck.
I'm already struggling to cut players.
I don't know how you're having a tough choice with that roster, but okay.
All right.
Yeah, that's a valid point, Brett.
Eric and the Roxland Renegades have 7 picks, so that's going to be interesting as well. Now, the other fun fact about the draft, the 2 teams with 0 picks in this draft are Commish and the Glasgow Gunslingers.
Who won the league?
His title game opponent, Kanawha County Kings, Tim McCarthy, also with 0 picks. So, Phil, real quick, and then we're going to come back around. Can you walk us through? If you had to summarize how you came about with 9 picks, what insight? Can you even remember all those moves, or what insight you can give us of how this happened?
I'll be honest.
The standard draft would have what, 4 to 5?
5.
Yeah. Okay. Go ahead.
I mean, I have the pick or the trades here in front of me, and I still don't know if I could make sense of this, to be honest with you. But let's see. Let me go. 1, 2. I think I made about 5 trades towards the end of the season, throughout the season, and towards the end of the season. And basically, my entire roster changed. My entire draft picks changed. I'm pretty sure I would have had the first pick even before our lottery if I wouldn't have traded that pick, but I got it back anyway. So.
You know what's funny, Phil, is I'm going back looking at the history, and you even made a trade where you gave away 4 picks when you got
Matt Ryan. That's crazy.
I saw that too. That's what really that put my brain into a pretzel. When I saw that, I was going through the site because our commish, as evil as he is, he does do a good job of outlining all of the trades. Yeah. And as soon as I saw him give away those picks, I said, "Well, what now? What this counts? This counts." Now, Detroit, how did you get back?
I originally
get back in the first round because you traded out. Originally, you traded out today.
That is from. I think that's still from the great
it is.
Zeke trade.
It is.
And I originally had the 10th pick, but I traded it to Bustin Down in the stretch last year because I was a little thin on wide receiver, and I traded it for Emmanuel Sanders, which was not a good trade on my part.
We don't know. But he's in New Orleans now. Slot in New Orleans. Drew Brees can't throw it 15 yards. He's going to eat.
Well, it didn't work out for me last year. So, but that's how I ended up losing the 10th pick. But then, the 12th pick I got. Then again, I did have the most points in the league last year. I mean.
This guy. How did that end?
Didn't win. Lost in the first round as usual.
Right.
I say as usual, like I make the playoffs all the time.
per the usual.
For the first season, same thing happened 9 years ago.
Right. Okay. So, a little bit of a rant here. I see in the comments and all the chat, our commish trying to get his picks back, whining that he doesn't have any picks in this draft. I mean, you don't get the trophy and get the picks. You mortgage your future. That trophy is the picks. Just like the Cowboys just watched Amari Cooper highlights when they didn't have a first-round pick last year. What I'm talking about. Fired up. When they didn't have the first-round pick when they got rid of Amari Cooper, the trophy is your draft. So you can sit there and just look at your shiny little belt and watch other people draft. I'm sure there's talks in the background trying to get back in this first round. We'll see what happens. That's a topic later in the show. But
I'm sure.
Enjoy it.
He'll probably trade someone like I don't know, AJ Green and get a first round pick. Some schmuck will do it.
Phil's looking at that trade on his desk right now. He's like, "Oh, is that not what I should be doing?"
I'm not doing it. Look, I'm not doing it. I traded him AJ Green.
Well, someone. He's gonna. Well, I don't want to say the words, but he'll get someone to let him.
I don't want to give away any strategy, but I do want to give him crap for wanting these picks. Let me back in. That trophy is your replacement for your draft.
I don't. Well, what was that little? What were you acting like he's whining? Is that what you're trying to say there?
Yeah. What do you mean acting like?
I just wanted to clarify that you're trying to say.
He said he was going to cancel the draft if he doesn't get a pick.
Let the record show that Brett said the commissioner is a whiner.
Yeah. He said he was going to cancel the draft if he don't get back in.
Oh, okay. Phil, would you like to comment on this?
I mean, I can give him a 5th. That's fine.
So since you have the first pick, and we really don't want to, get into like the depth of the draft and all that, you're going to Burrow, right?
No, I do want to know this. Do you know 100% right now who you're taking?
I could tell you, but I'd have to kill you. But
no, but I don't want to know who it is, but I want to know.
You don't have to
do you know 100% who you're taking right now, without a doubt?
It's probably like 70%, I think.
Okay.
I don't think it's 100. I mean, I'm definitely leaning towards a player, but
okay.
I haven't made up my mind yet.
Yeah, I mean, I don't want to know it at all.
Honestly, I don't want to go too much into it.
Yeah, I just wanted to know if you knew.
Yeah, someone might offer you a big haul or something. Who knows?
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. So,
Aaron Jones would look good on your team, by the way. Oh, I'm sorry. Go ahead.
The podcast host advantage.
Here's the thing. Here's the
It's-
thing, though. Here's the thing. I need a quarterback and a running back. So
Well, you got two
It's
first round
either way.
picks.
yeah, but I don't know who knows who I can get at 11 though. You know,
Yeah, that's true.
I don't know.
I think the quarterback class is kind of weak, personally. That's just. Anyways,
I don't know.
Okay, so is there anything else on this year's draft as far as the draft order goes?
yeah, that's. I mean,
I don't think so.
Pretty cut and dry. I mean, it's going to be a shorter episode today because there's just not there's only so much we can talk about without giving away anything we're leaning. But what we can talk about is the draft that already has happened, last year's draft. So, fellas, let's start out with the negative first. We all listened to the episode again. It's our first ever episode. It's pretty fun to go back and listen to that and see how much it's changed. But what did you hear that you would like to call out one of our fellow podcast hosts about?
I would love to jump on this.
Okay, I think I know where you're going, and I got your rebuttal. But go ahead.
Okay, you went on a rant for like biggest reach last year on the episode, and you gave me heck for taking DK Metcalf for the Seahawks. You're going on, I fell in love with the workout video and blah, blah, blah. The man killed it last year. He did way better than most people thought. So, I mean, let's just admit, I know talent, and I knew that he was going to be good.
You know me. Oh, okay. All right, Darius guys. You know me though, and
we're talking about last year.
yeah, you know me, and you know that I can never fully admit I was wrong. So I will say that DK Metcalf was a stud last year, and I was definitely wrong. But in my little rant, as you call it, I laid out players that I would have taken before him, and this list is not bad at all. Paris Campbell, he got hurt a lot. But Paris Campbell is still in a very nice situation with Rivers. We'll see if it pans out at all. A.J. Brown had a great year.
A.J. Brown was really good.
The next one I said was Deebo Samuel. Also had a great year. And it's continuing. He has a ton of upside. So does DK. I mean, I'm not taking away. DK is the star of these five I'm talking about. But I'm saying McCole Hardman was my last one I said. Also looking to be on the upside this year. So, I don't know. I mean, I wasn't right. DK was solid. But I don't know who I said I would take instead of him.
I did notice listening back to the first episode last year was Phil did really start attacking Mike right off the bat.
It started earlier than I thought.
Yeah, I was like, wow.
It did, and you went really hard. Oh, so I'll flip it back to you right now. You went really hard at Tim's draft.
Oh, his draft. Yeah, his draft.
I don't think Tim's draft was as bad as you said. Now the first pick was a mistake.
Yeah, I said that was the biggest reach last year, and
The first pick, Darwin Thompson, was a mistake. It's bad when I have to go back and look up who it was.
Yeah, he didn't do anything.
So last year's draft, is that where I was talking about Mike's ideas before and thoughts before the draft?
Yes.
I was discussing about the receivers.
Yeah.
And then I trashed his receivers.
But you were right about Harry or Cannell or whatever from the Patriots.
Yeah.
Yeah, he was. Yeah. You were like, I'm not big on this guy, and you were.
He was hurt.
He was hurt. But I kind of thought him and Metcalf would kind of be in the same boat, like they wouldn't really pan out. But
N'Keal Harry was hurt.
Yeah, but when he did play, he didn't look good to me.
Yeah, but now he has a quarterback that can throw the ball.
Oh,
so
yeah.
We'll see if it's better.
Oh, is that right? Okay.
When he runs 30 yards now, he can actually somebody can get it to him.
Oh, is that how it is? You lose the best
so it'll be
quarterback
interesting
ever
to see
lived.
because he's a deep route runner, isn't he? Isn't he like DK? He's like a deep route runner.
So he can't run a quick slant from Brady?
I don't know. I think Edelman populates.
That's true.
Takes up a lot of space. Phil.
No.
Sucking up to the commish.
Yes. I heard
saying
that.
He had the best draft.
What do you want me to say?
That it wasn't good?
Yeah, Arcega-Whiteside is just awful.
That was a trade up.
Yeah, that was a bad one.
Trade up. That was I'm seeing people draft. I want to get up in here.
I'm still trying to figure out why you thought he had the best draft when he only had one pick in like the top.
No, we can keep going. I
think
know
it was-
I know the pick that got Phil that Phil liked a lot.
Don't even
I'm
say
gonna let
Bryce
him say it.
Love. Don't even do it.
It was Bryce
Don't even
Love.
say it. But look, I think it was more. I saw value in his picks, even though they weren't high. I thought they were good where they were. So I think that's kind of as a whole. I thought it was a good draft.
Now, I will say the pick of his that has a chance to really take off this year. We'll see. Preston Williams.
We'll
Yeah,
see.
he's
Albert
on my
Wilson
team
out
now.
again. Albert Wilson out again. Preston Williams.
He's on your
Okay.
team now, Bill?
Yeah, he traded him to me, and then he tore his ACL.
Who?
So he traded me Preston Williams, and then he tore his ACL.
Oh, you have Preston Williams now?
What he
Yeah.
just said. Listen,
I was talking.
well, we know.
Bryce, yeah. Well, at least he has Jermaine Pratt.
Yeah. So, is there anybody that you thought that was correct on who you said was going to be really good?
Oh, real quick, one thing I messed up on, I gave LJ the worst draft. And I think I kind of bashed Terry McLaurin.
Oh, yeah.
That's a stud pick.
Yeah, he's pretty good. Yeah.
That ended up being a stud pick by old LJ. Everything else is terrible, as LJ is. But
Whoa, that was an unnecessary shot at LJ.
that pick obviously. Oh, that pick
I
our
will say-
trades, man. That pick was from LJ or from Detroit through Brett through Phil.
Don't you love those trades?
I
That's
don't
insane.
get it. I don't get it.
What
What
about
would
what
you
about
say?
David
Go ahead.
David Montgomery though? I mean, how did he not get the ball? I mean, that's just crazy.
Yeah, I went on and on about how I thought that was a great pick by Eric. He's going to be a stud.
If they would give him the ball, I mean,
Yeah.
I mean, I know we're a year in, so we got a little bit of evidence. I mean, it's not like
Yeah.
you picked Darrell Henderson in the first round.
Whoa.
Oh,
right.
what?
All right. Anyways.
All right, what were you saying, Detroit? Something we got right?
No, I mean, was there any? We were talking about who we were right on when we talked about who wasn't going to be good. Was there anybody that you said, "Oh, I really like this pick that they made," and that?
I'll tell you a pick that I really liked at the time, but you didn't like it, and it was Drew Lock.
Yeah. Tim, I you know what? I think you talked about this, but I went back and looked at Tim's draft, and it wasn't that bad.
That first pick just stings so bad. But
Yeah.
after that, I mean,
Yeah, Drew
he's got
Lock.
Campbell, he's got
nice.
Hardman, he's got Drew Lock. Now, I did say in our first episode that Matt killed the draft, and that
Oh,
still
right.
is very true.
I know. I hate saying that Matt killed the draft too.
Yeah.
Because he's gonna let you know it.
Yeah, it's very true. I mean, Josh Jacobs, Noah Fant, A.J. Brown, Renfro. I mean, it's all
Yeah, that was really
very
good.
nice.
All right. What's next?
I don't have a ton left. Got some nice draft questions, almost like some prop bets that we're
Okay.
looking at here. Okay. So we all know how bad the commission's wanting to get into the first round. Yes or no? Do you think that he finds a way to make a selection in the first round of this draft?
Yes. Yes.
I'm going to say no. I think he'll get in the second round.
I think he'll get as the closer it gets and he doesn't make a deal with someone, he might start upping up his the offers, instead of that list that he gave out the other day.
The list. I don't know where. I don't see where he gets in there at.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, that's what I was thinking.
Maybe one of you guys that got 2 picks. Maybe Phil
If I had to pick away one of the two.
at number
one of the-
11.
Yeah, one of the two that have 2 picks would probably be where I might think. I mean, not to give away too much, but this draft is pretty deep, and I think it's working against them.
Yeah, it is very deep.
So, all right, second prop question. What team will take a defensive player first? It's an Achilles heel of
Nick.
mine, but it has worked out in the past.
Nick.
So, you think Nick?
Nick always seems to take the defensive players early. I'm just saying that without looking at the list here.
Nick picks at 19 first. No, I'm sorry, 7, then 19. I
Seven.
don't think
He's
we'll
got
get there at
7.
7.
Yeah.
He took Devin White last year at 18.
Yeah.
He took a linebacker the year before 9. So, yeah, I'm definitely going Nick.
Who was the linebacker at 9 the year before? It was Roquan
Roquan
Smith.
So, yeah, I think it's definitely going to be Nick.
Yeah. I'm looking
Yeah,
through it
I mean,
here.
I think LJ actually at 18 will be the first
LJ
one.
is the other one that sticks out in my mind that might do it. He's done it before. He did it with Devin Bush last year.
I don't know. Reed's got 3 picks in the second round. He might take a shot at one.
Okay. That's an interesting one. First homer pick. First guy to take the player from his own favorite team.
Eric. There is no way Swift can pass one of his first 2 picks.
You think so? You think he's going to go Swift at 2 or 4?
He might try to do something like he did last year and trade down a couple spots, but no, he's taking Swift.
I'm trying to find one that's not Eric to try to make it easier or try to make it.
It's Eric. It's Eric.
You know, I don't even know why we're debating this. We're trying to find somebody else.
I'm just trying to find someone else to have someone else. Maybe Phil. No, not actually. It's going to be Eric.
Exactly. It's always Eric. It used to be me too, though, a few years ago. Then I was like, no, I'm not taking any line.
Yeah.
Well, you start to, like we've talked about many times on the pod, you start to cannibalize yourself when you get too many of your. Oh, a big gripe with Dynasty. A big issue I've had with Dynasty is I don't know if you guys have experienced this. My team getting traded together to be put on the same team where I don't want them to be. Like I got rid of Ridley and Hooper being together, but then the Falcons brought in Todd Gurley. So and now I have the Texans. I have Deshaun Watson, Brandon Cooks, and David Johnson. That's not. I don't like that.
Yeah, I don't like too many.
I don't like that either.
Yeah, it's an inevitability, but
I don't mind having like a quarterback and a receiver.
No, you want that stack is nice. That stack's nice, but other than that,
quarterback, running back, receiver, and tight end. I mean,
yeah, for sure. Last question I have off the cuff. Obviously, we're going to be doing this largely virtual this weekend, but we do have some people grouping together, but it'll be largely virtual. What draft day food are you going to have ready to go while you draft?
You know, that's a good question. I didn't think. Maybe I can get my wife to make me some buffalo chicken dip for the draft.
That's a good one. Yeah.
She just told me she's busy that day, so I guess I'm out on my own. I don't know, but yeah, something like that.
Yeah, I was thinking something like meatballs or something like that. Those are usually good too.
I mean, you know where I'm going. I'm going to have the
curds, cheese
curds. I have cheese curds ready to go to get my mind right for this draft.
I don't know where it was, but they said cheese curds one day, and they were amazing.
Yeah.
Where was it? The Cookout had it.
Cookouts are very good. I have them right. Hold on.
Oh boy.
This is great podcast. This is great radio right now.
Do you have a list of rankings? I'm pulls out rankings of cheese curds.
Talking, fill the air.
Yeah, he's definitely got a list for this.
So we are going to do a recap next week of the draft.
Yeah, so coming up, the schedule for the podcast will look like this. It's going to be the draft recap next week, and then it'll be our season predictions, right? We're going to do all that good stuff. And then I do have a list, by the way. I can't pull that, but Cookout's ranked third. And then we're going to have the week after that will be week 1, I believe, right?
Yeah.
Hey, Brett, why don't you give us your cheese curd top 10 real quick?
I don't have 10. There's not that many, but off the top of my head, I know it goes like this.
Give us 3.
Okay, I can give you the top 5. It goes like this. Number 1, Buffalo Wild Wings. Number 2, Sheetz. Number 3, Cookout. Number 4, Chili's. And number 5.
This is great.
Would have been a place in Key West that I had that unexpectedly were amazing at a resort.
What great content you're giving everyone.
Yeah.
And all those places can contact you at Brett Still 2 on Twitter.
Right. So I will rate your curds. I will rate your curds. Yeah. Here's the issue. Last topic. Last thing. Can't go too mozzarella sticky. That's the problem. You can't be little mozzarella stick balls. There's a definitive difference in the breading, and that's the only hint I will give you.
All right. Enough of the food.
Oh, Buffalo Wild Wings cheese curds with caramel sauce will change your life. It sounds awful. It is incredible.
Should have got them started.
They have it there. Yes, sir.
It's been a great show, guys. But it's time
It's been
for
an
me.
amazing show. We are back and ready to go for this KDFL fantasy football season. Detroit, do you have anything else before we sign off?
Yeah, I want to tell all my friends and fans out there that Brett sucks.
Phil, do you have anything for us?
Yeah, I'll go ahead and give the number 901-609-KDFL if you want to call and leave us a message. You can also use an Anchor if you want to leave us a voice message. We might play it on the show. As I said earlier, you can follow Brett at BrettStill2. You can follow Detroit at Detroit8374. You can follow me at Phil Ruxey and the show at KDFL Podcast.
All right. And for Jonathan Detroit Haynes and Phil Ruxey, I'm Brett Steele. We will see you next week on the KDFL Fantasy Football Podcast.